I'm not answering the phone right now. All right, here we go. Today's exercise it's an assembly, but I'm not really having you do, well, I'm gonna have you do a little bit of the assembly, but mostly you're just gonna build two parts that come together. Oh. There we go. All right, so it's gonna be just two parts that come together and they're simple parts. So I'm hoping you can make this pretty easily. Those of you that have SolidWorks experience, you'll make it super easily. So 2 by 2 by 1 inch box in two parts. One part has four sides, kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So it's got a kind of an open front and an open top. So that'll be one part you have to model. And then the other part is going to be a lid that just sits on top of it. So you can figure that out like pencil and paper, you know, what this needs to be to come down over the top of this one. Do a little basic math. You can do those two parts separately. I'm okay with that. I am going to show you how to model one part using the other part. It's a little bit advanced, but it hurts your head the first time you do it. So just be aware of that. But that's it, just those two parts, that becomes an assembly. Once you get them kind of connected together, then just do a PDF of it and upload it. Okay, so what that looks like, I'll start a new one. Get rid of my shenanigans there. Is you're just going to model the part. I think you'll be able to model the base box fairly simply. I'm just going to do a 2 by 2 base. Oh, these units, it catches me all the time. I don't know if yours is doing that at home, but mine's defaulting to millimeters. It's making me nuts. Because if you don't catch it right away, you're ending up to be in millimeters, and that's not what I want. All right, so 2 by 2 base. And then I just did an 1/8 inch 0.125 for the extrusion. So there's the base of it, right? If I'm looking at this thing, right? I just drew the base 2 by 2. Now I got to extrude these walls up. So if I want a 1 inch tall and this is an 8, then I got to extrude it up 1.875, right? So it does, I mean, these sketches help, especially as parts get more complicated. You got to know your modeling intent, what the plan is, right? How you want to go about it. So I'm going to sketch now on this top surface. So sketch here. And then I'm just going to draw carefully, hitting the corners, waiting for those to show up to there. And then I'm going to use offset. So there's an offset command, kind of like in AutoCAD. I can click offset. It's going to give me an offset distance. So I'll go 0.125. Notice those are all highlighted. So you never have to click in there. You can save a little time by not clicking in there over and over and over. And if I select it, it'll find that chain and it'll go inside or outside. You can see a little arrow. You can flip it around. I didn't want that. So let's go back to doing the offset again. I want it in there. Now, that's not a closed shape. If it's not shaded, you can't do anything with it yet. It's got to be shaded. So I will put a line here. And I will put another line here, and that should shade it, right? So that's fully defined down here. and I have a shaded region that I can do something with, I'll extrude it. I think I said that would be 1.875. Whoa. Yeah. 0.875. That's better. 2 by 2 by 1 tall. Right? All right, so now I want to make the matching part. Again, you can just go File, New, and just make the part, right? And then we can just bring those two parts together in an assembly. We can also model it here by starting an assembly. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to save it because we can't have it named part 3. I'll call it box bottom. Just go into the desktop with it. All right, now that it's saved, under File, you'll see Make Assembly from Part. So that means I'm going to make multiple parts in one file, but they'll be separate parts, right? But I'd like to use this part to make the next part. It'd be a lot easier than just starting a complete new part. Because if I start a new part, I don't get to see the part I have, and I don't get to use the part I have, right? But I could use my calculator and my sketch and make that part, right? It's easier to make it in an assembly, but it gets a little complicated. So I'm going to show you that. So I can go File, Make an Assembly from the part. So when you do that, it's going to flip to assembly mode. It is ready for you to launch a part in here, and it's already highlighted the part that you had open, right? So I don't have to do anything other than just click. If I just click, it'll place that part. But I'm not in part editing, I'm in an assembly where the part shows up. And if I open it, I see the history of the part, all the pieces of the part. It's all in here, but I'm in an assembly. It's like a different operating system. Okay. And you can see I have assembly tab. I can insert components. If I had other parts done, I could bring them into this assembly.
It treats it as one object.
It's going to treat the assembly as one file of multiple parts. Okay. Now, there's only one part in here. Just that part I made, right? But if I had that other, if I had the lid done, right? If I had this thing done, I could just import it, bring it in, and they would be together, right? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to build it that way and then just show you how to bring it in. I think it's going to be the simplest way. So when you have an assembly going, you can go back and forth. You know, you can minimize that assembly. I can go back to this part. I can close this part because it's already open somewhere else, and I can just start a new part, part 4. All right, so I'm going to make a sketch. So now I'm just doing the lid, right? So I'm working off of my diagram here, thinking about, oh, it's 2 inches and it's going to be like 2 1/8 out to here. So that top will be 2 1/8 right here, and it'll come down over this full 1 inch. So if you have a decent sketch, it helps a lot. I'm going to sketch on this plane because I want it in this position. And it's going to look something like this. Oh, those units, they're going to kill me every time. Sketchy. And sizing. 2.125. where it's gonna end up out there, because this needs to be 2. Right, to fit over the top. I think that's the right size. Extrude it out 2 inches. Now, your lid needs to be in the same location as your assembly. So all the parts and the assembly need to be in the same file, the same area. You can't have one on the desktop, one on one drive and one on a flash drive. They all got to be in the same location. So I have them all on the desktop. Where is, oh, that thing, go away. So one of these is my, it's not that one, let's just close it. There's the assembly. I haven't named it yet, right? And the rest of them are open also, so I should be able to insert component right here. So once you're in assembly, you have these different like tabs. Assembly is one of the tabs. Insert the component, the lid should be there. It's right there. So once you grab it, you can bring it in. Oh, look at that. I have a problem with my lid. So I'm just going to set it off to the side. Right? So I think this was supposed to, or maybe this is too big. One of them's too big, right? But that's how you bring them together. And that's one of the benefits of bringing them together is because you can see the mistakes. Like, what's wrong with this picture? So this looks like it's too tall. So I'm going to find that file. It's not that one. Not that one. Must be this one. Oh, I have two the same thing open. This is the desktop. Let's go by date. All right, what did I do wrong here on this extrusion? That's right. 1875 and 125, that should be 1 inch tall. So maybe it's the other part. Open it. This is just 2 parts and it gets complicated. So, and then I'll have to open that sketch and see what I got. Oh, I don't know that I dimensioned it. Oh yeah, that's the problem right there. So it's got to come over. I think that's supposed to be 1. So the nice thing about assemblies is they're kind of interactive. Once you make a change to a part, then it automatically gets updated into the assembly. They would give me those. Oh, I see the symbol now. There's the assembly. That looks better. Now there's ways to place it right on there perfectly. Oh, I still have something off, don't I? It's got to come down more. Okay, see how that works? It's very, very handy. So that's your project. Let's see if I can fix that lid. That's the bottom, this be the lid. This has to come down a little more, so I got to edit this sketch again. 1.125. Save. Either way. Either way. Close enough.
The parting boat anywhere?
For this
Yeah,
in Blackboard.
it's not, it's just it's just 2x2.
Yeah, that's the overall size I want. 2x2 on the base,
And then what's the offset?
1 inch tall. 1/8 inch. Yeah, I did 1/8 inch material. That's the part that's missing. Yeah, so this still needs to be adjusted because I think I'm 1 1/8 tall and I want 1 inch tall. Yeah.
So, it's have it like, turn in like that, or like also the other ones?
Oh, no, just like this. So you can move it off to the side if you want, however you want to position it. Right? And then just go File, Save As, and you can do a PDF right there. So just make a PDF out of your assembly and then upload the PDF. Good? All right. Good luck.